Hey guys, Alex here. Today we're going to go over a WGU Degree version 2 Health Science. So I went over this program, I want to say like 13 to 14 months ago, and I like to make a new video at least every year so it's updated, it looks fresh, etc. Although not really anything has changed in this program. Maybe one course has changed and that's about it. So it's basically the same, although I still want to make an update video, show you a spreadsheet, show you my mobile app UniBoost and how you can populate the ACE credits in there as well if you don't want to use a traditional spreadsheet. So you have multiple options on figuring out all the transfer equivalents and transferring in a bunch of courses so you can get this degree done in one term. So yes, you can do the health science degree in one term, 6 months, if you transfer in all these ACE credits, or at least transfer in like 90% of these ACE credits listed. And yes, 100%, this is one of the most obtainable degrees in one term. I would advise you guys to go watch my top 10 most hackable WGU degrees, and that goes over which ones are the easiest or which ones can you really do in one term. And I think this one is number 3.5. It tied with Health and Human Services. So basically, you can absolutely get it done. It's in the top 5 most hackable WG degrees. So I will go over the spreadsheet. I'll show you the courses you transfer in, like how many days you can expect to take on each of those ACE courses. I will go over some of the classes you're going to do at the program at WGU, and we'll go over my app UniBoost and how you can use that to help you as well. So let's get into it. Let's get into the spreadsheet right now, and hopefully it can be some help to you guys. All right, guys, here is the program, and this program only has 91 credits in it. And I've had some people confront me. They're like, bachelor degrees are 120 credits. Why are you lying to people? And I'm just like, okay, before you guys try to fact check me, please fact check yourself. Like, this person was trying to correct me on something that they were wrong on. So this program is 91 credits. At WGU, not every bachelor degree is 120 plus credits, okay? WGU is the only school like that in the country, where some programs could be 90 credits, 100 credits, and not actually 120. And they still have accreditation, full accreditation. So not every program is going to be at least 120 credits. So you can transfer in half of this program, okay? So these are the courses you're going to transfer in up here, which is Communications 101, Public Speaking. This will only take you a few days over at study.com. Then, sorry guys, this is the old spreadsheet. I haven't had time to update this one to the new spreadsheet. I will probably try to do that in the next week or two. If you want the new spreadsheet style, I will update this over to that pretty soon here. But for now, this is an up-to-date spreadsheet. So Humanities 201, transfer in as Critical Thinking, Reason, and Evidence. This does have a writing assignment, which is pretty lengthy, so it'll take you like a week. Intro to Psychology, 3-4 day course, very fun. I love psychology. I think all psychology classes are fun. If I didn't have priorities like making money and doing things like that, like what would I want to study all day? I actually love studying psychology. So I think psychology is like really fun courses. There's a reason it's a top 3 major in the country when it comes to enrollment. So I think business administration is number 1. And psychology is number 2, I think. So in that regard, like psychology is that popular because it's fun. Biology 101 with lab, that would transfer in as an anatomy physiology with lab. Psychology 103. Human growth and development is one of my least favorite psychology topics though, but still fun. English composition 1 at Straighterline, and you could do that at study.com too if you want. Then you got college algebra, and you have business statistics. The reason I recommend these 2 courses at Straighterline would be you can do them faster on Straighterline compared to any other platform, and you could just take all 5 chapter tests open book and then take the proctored final and get 0% on the proctored final and still pass. Yes, I know it makes no sense, but that's why I recommend it over there, is the proctored final really doesn't matter. Don't be scared by the proctored final. It literally means nothing. So, and then you got History 103, U.S. History 1, at study.com. A few days. I love history. History is pretty fun, although I've learned so much U.S. history at this point, like just taking another class on it makes me like, I don't really want to. But you can take other history courses actually. So You can look on like WG's partner page or study.com's transfer page or whatever. Like, I think almost any history class actually will satisfy this world history course. So you don't have to take US history. You can take any history course on the platform and it should transfer in. Social Science 108, I put this on here because it's the easiest course on study.com. Very easy. You can do it in like 2 days. Pathophysiology, very tough course at WGU. You do not want to take this course at WGU. Make sure you take this on study. Straighterline also has this course, but it does not transfer in. So only the study.com course will transfer in. Biology 107, clinical biology with lab will transfer in as microbiology. And then you got chemistry. It has to be the chemistry with lab version though. And then you got anatomy and physiology with lab right here, which would transfer in as anatomy and physiology 2. So I know this doesn't really make any sense, right? So anatomy and physiology 1 transfers in as anatomy and physiology 2, and then intro to biology with lab transfers in as anatomy and physiology 1 with lab. I know that doesn't really make any sense, but that's just how WGU has done it. You can also just do anatomy physiology 1 and 2 instead, and that would be the same thing. But to me, this is a little easier, right? You only have to do anatomy and physiology 1 and intro to biology with lab. So I'm just trying to keep it simple for you guys on what actually WGU accepts. And then you would do 42 credits at WGU in the health science program. Now I'm also going to show you how to do this in my app, UniBoost. So let's get into that right now. All right, so here we are in my app, UniBoost, and I'm going to go over the college major section first. Let's see if we can find health science on here. So this is from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, based off California salaries and nationwide enrollment. Health science, where are you? There we go, 22, that's actually not bad. So I have 55 majors in here. So 22 out of 55 is really not bad. The average growth is not what you would want. It's about nation average, about 7%. I think 6 to 8% is the nation average on these. So average growth, let's see enrollment. Where's health science on enrollment? Number 21. So about the same thing. So it's a pretty popular major. So now we're going to exit this and we are going to go to the health science program. Right, so we're going to go to WGU. And then what you're going to do, and I'm going to add every WGU program to this eventually. So you're going to click Health Science, 49 credits, tell you the WGU equivalent right here, and we're going to populate the ACE credits, all right? Boom. And now you'll have the ACE credits up here. Boom. So much easier than spreadsheets, guys. So if you don't want to deal with spreadsheets, you're more of a phone person than you are a computer person. This comes with a lot more tools. Basically, you have all the courses you need to do, and you got a transcript. You got your schedule, your college schedule. You can put WGU courses on there. You got a savings tab, and there's lots of other features in here too. Salary simulator. I don't think health science is on here because it's not exactly like a career field. But you can do other. Basically, there's a lot of jobs on here you can go into. You can get like a health informatics certification and try to do that. But overall, like you can check out all these features here, including top schools and how to degree boost, etc. So once you are finished with this, you can click past, right? And that'll track. So now I'll say 3 credits completed and 46 remaining, 6% progress. And on your schedule, you can do this. For example, finish class, and this will go to your undergraduate transcript. Everything at WGU, you're just going to mark passed, okay? And this will automatically calculate a 3.0 GPA, because that's what WGU does, is it's equivalent to a 3.0 GPA. So now this course is on your transcript as passed, right here. And then you can also filter by schools on this section. So that is the app. I hope you guys like it. I worked really hard on this app for a long time. So Here's the app logo right here. And yeah, so I hope you guys like the app and hope you guys make good use of it. I'm actually working on a bunch of other features for it. Like a whole, I always said this would never have like logins and stuff, but I'm debating adding like networking features and all that. It's actually already in the code base. So basically it'll be like you can network with anybody, like college networking, for example. And because this app as of right now is a pretty niche app, so I kind of want to expand it to other stuff. So I think networking would be like really useful. Anyways, let's get into the courses you're going to do at WGU. All right, so here we are in the health science courses. Like I said, there's not a lot of courses in this program, just 28 courses. And you've already done a lot of these transferring in. So some courses you'll do are career and lifelong learning, understanding substance abuse, cognitive psychology. This is probably one of the funnest classes. I love cognitive psychology, so that's really fun. Health psychology, you got a culture class. This class is probably pretty hard right here. And a lot of these you've already transferred in. Pathophysiology, human growth and development, global arts and humanities. Like you've already transferred in a lot of these courses on this left side right here. Intro to Sociology, I do not think we transferred in. This is one of the rare programs at WGU where they make you do sociology at the school, I believe. So most programs you could transfer in sociology. But it's like really important to health science, so I don't believe they do allow you to transfer it in. But perhaps I'm wrong on that. So applied healthcare statistics. We already transferred that in through business statistics through Straighterline. So overall, like this is one of the most hackable degrees at WGU. You can absolutely do this one in 6 months, no question. Especially if you transfer in like the 49 credits or at least like 46 of those. If you transferred all those in, this is almost guaranteed one term. This degree almost guaranteed one term, especially if you spend like 4 hours a day on school, 7 days a week. So basically you're getting a bachelor's degree. Let's say you spent like $1,000 on the ACE credits max, and then you spend $4,000 on a term at WGU. So let's say you spent 3 months on the ACE credits and like $1,000. And then you spent 6 months at WGU and spent $4,000. You have a bachelor's degree for $5,000 and 9 months of your time. Wow. Like you have a bachelor's degree start to finish, 9 months and $5,000. You can't find a better deal anywhere. I mean, this is the best deal you're going to find, especially for a health science degree. WGU is a very legitimate school with a great reputation. Google WGU's reputation. It's literally great. So that is it for the course page, and I will go over my final thoughts right now. So my final thoughts on this degree would be health science is a really good degree. So I believe WGU has quite a few health programs. I would rank the nursing program, the pre-licensed nursing program, as number one. Nurses make a lot of money. I'm ranking these mostly in terms of income, guys. When I think about college, I'm thinking about what's going to lead to your financial success. That's how I think about college. Not everybody thinks the same way I do. Okay, so nursing would be number one for me. Healthcare administration would be number two. And then health informatics would be number three. And then number four would probably be this degree, health science. And then number five would probably be health and human services. And then the last one would be public health. I think the top five are really good degrees, like really, really good degrees. Public health, I'm not a fan of at the bachelor degree level. Now, public health is a great degree if you do a bachelor's in public health and a master's in public health, but you really need a master's. Public health bachelor degrees with no graduate degree, the salaries are just not great at the bachelor level, like really not great. Like they're almost the same as like normal jobs. So I would highly recommend if you're going to do public health, make sure you put a master's of public health also on top of it. So, but overall, like health science is a great degree. A lot of people even do this degree as their degree to get into medical school. Like they use this as their bachelor's. Because a lot of the courses you need for medical school would be in the health science degree already. So it's a precursor degree to a lot of different graduate programs. Like if you're going to go to PA school, this is a great bachelor degree for that. for a lot of graduate programs, like health graduate programs, the health science degree is a great program, right? I think you could probably even become a CLS with this degree too, although you'd have to add a lot of other courses like after the fact probably. So like you don't have to do like a traditional biology degree. You could probably do a health science degree. So in a lot of cases, a health science degree can, you can do a health science degree instead of like a biology degree if you add a few other courses on afterwards, and you can still pursue like CLS and some kind of lab job and etc. So the thing about health science degree, it's like a very versatile degree, right? Taking biology or chemistry as a degree kind of locks you into those fields, whereas health science is like the broad degree of like the science slash health world. So it's like the business administration degree for the business degrees, right? Health science kind of like covers everything. It's a very broad degree, and you can go into almost any health field, almost any like any kind of field science-wise with that degree. So health science, 2 thumbs up from me, really good degree. And if you guys are dead set on this degree, I would highly recommend you transfer in those 49 credits. At study.com, there's 10% off. You can use in the in the description and in the pinned comment. So 10% off, and take the courses there. So once again, guys, you can get this degree done in basically start to finish 9 months and 6 months at WGU. And then boom, you have your bachelor's degree. It's never too late to get a bachelor's degree. I got my bachelor's degree at like 31, 32 years old, like very late in my life. Okay. And now I have a master's. I just recently graduated from WGU with a master's degree a couple weeks ago. So here I am, bachelor's at 31, 32, a master's in my mid 30s. And I did that in 1 term, and you guys can do this degree in 1 term as well. So this is Alex signing off. If I helped you in any way, I ask for one favor. Can you please like the video? Can you please comment? Commenting is what sends in the algorithm. Comments are very important on YouTube videos. And then the other thing would be subscribe if you like my content. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.